Okay, I've laid out my initial smaller photos to figure out which ones I want to keep. You can see that I still have a lot to go through, and I'm going to kind of show my work of just sequencing them and figuring out which ones I like the most and which ones I want to be printed larger for the final project. Okay, so I have my smaller prints now sorted into 3 different categories. Each line is a different category. My project is all florals, and it's kind of just based on, the overall theme is just kind of life, death, and birth. So these top ones are of flowers that are still, like just barely budding, or, obviously still have a lot of life left in them. The second row kind of has both kind of alive flowers, as well as some that are dying or some that are in the process of losing their leaves. So this is kind of the middle one. And then I also have some of my daughter's hand in there. She helped me place a lot of these flowers, which I like that she's involved. You can see her dress in that one, or in her hand in that top one. So these ones, these are, dying flowers, but you can see her young hand in the photo. So that's what this middle row is. And then this last row are flowers that have died. I guess this one's technically still alive, but it's showing, some age to it. And then, so I think these are the ones that I want to print larger, and I'll sequence them in a way, once they're printed larger, that kind of incorporate all 3 stages throughout the whole sequence. Okay, here are my 20 final images, and I sequenced them. That's the beginning, and this one is the end. So I start up here. My first image is just one single chamomile flower, and then the next image shows a lot of them still blooming and still really pretty. And the next one starts to go and show kind of, there's still life in this one, but this one's obviously dead. And I just kind of follow that theme all throughout my sequence. Sorry. I'm using my daughter's hand to show life in some of them as well, or symbolize that, sorry. I printed these all in 8x10s and 8x12s, and I loved the white border around them. I feel like it added to the minimalism of the photos. And I decided to end with this image because it's one of my favorites that I took. It's based off of an image by another photographer I learned about this semester in another class, but it's obvious that this flower came from this stem, and there's not much life left in it, and there's some, some leaves from it over here as well. And even though it's symbolizing death, I think it's still a really beautiful image, and just kind of shows that there's, always a silver lining in life. And anyways, so that's why I decided to end with this image.